right, good morning. Welcome back. We are on to lesson 5-2. Oh, that pen doesn't work very well. Try this one. You get some new pens. Okay, so 5-2, and that is, the title is Mental Math Estimate Quotients. So again, math that we can do in our head. Mental math estimating quotients. All right. And again, quotients are the answer to a division problem. So we are on to division. So let's just go ahead and start with an example of what we're going to be doing today. Let's say we have 700 divided by 9. Okay, equals. Now I'm looking at, if I think about what I did in 5-1, I'm looking at the root problem, which would be 70 divided by 9. Okay, now I'm pretty sure, because I know my facts, my math, my multiplication facts, that 9 times blank does not equal 70. Okay, it doesn't equal 70, not evenly. Okay, so I want to find, I guess you guys could see that okay. Maybe this red pen would be better. Yeah, that's pretty bright. Okay, so let me just do this. So 9 times blank, it does not equal 70. Okay, so what I'm going to do, because I'm estimating, so I want to find something close to 70 that 9 does go into evenly, to come up with an estimated answer. Okay, just to see kind of what the answer should be about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write some steps down here. And number 1 is going to be find the root problem. Find root problem. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to list the multiples of 9. Okay, I'm going to list multiples of 9. Okay, and when I say multiples of 9, all I'm doing is I'm counting by 9. 9, 18, okay, I'm just going to list the multiples of 9 till I get close to 70. All right, list multiples of 9 until you get close to, I'm just going to put close to a fact family. Fact family. No, that's not right. Until you get close to a fact family. Word it correctly. Until you get a fact family close to 70. Close to 70 divided by 9. Okay, so I'm looking for a fact family, all right, that's close to 70 times 9, because I know 70 is not right. Okay, so I'm going to list my multiples of 9. 9, 18, 27, is that right? 36, 45, 54, 63, 72. Okay, well, right there, 72. So that is close to 70. That's the closest one to 70. Okay, so I'm going to say that my estimate is going to be, I'm just going to erase this, 72 divided by 9 equals equals, let's count how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Okay. I can check that, okay, and say, okay, let me just make sure, is 9 times 8 equal to 72? And I can use my multiplication table. 9 times 8, yes, equals 72, okay? So this is the fact family closest to 70, okay, closest to 70. So, well, not 8 exactly, because it would be 720, right? Because we have this 0 here, divided by 9 would be 80, because we can't forget about that 0. Okay, so our estimated answer is 80. Estimate. Okay, so I'm going to erase this and we'll try another one. And they will get simpler as we go, okay? When you first start off, there's a lot of thinking involved. But once we figure out what we need to do, and we've done all that thinking, then we can just easily apply it to the other problems, okay? So I'm going to erase this. Okay, so let's do, okay, let's do 235 divided by 8. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to look at the problem. 235 divided by 8. I would like to estimate and just get like an approximate answer, okay? That is our goal for today, is to estimate. So I'm going to look at the 8 and the 5, the end of the problem, and 8 is an even number, so if I count my multiples of 8, I'm never going to get something that ends in a 5. All right, so I know that 8's not going to go into 235 evenly, okay? So let's look at the first kind of root problem, 23 divided by 8, okay? And again, 3 is odd and 8 is even, okay? So 8's not going to go into 23 evenly, all right? So I'm going to list my multiples of 8, 16, 24, oh, there we go. 24 is super close to 23, okay? But I do have another place here, okay? I have my ones, tens, and hundreds. So the 24 would be the hundreds and the tens, and then I would need a 0 because I'm estimating, okay? I'm like rounding, basically. I'm going to round and estimate my answer. So, I'm going to use 24 with a 0, okay? So 235 is very close, okay? Very close to 240, and I know that 8 is going to go into 24 because I listed my multiples of 8, so it goes in 1, 2, 3 times. And I have the 0 to add on. So my estimated answer for 235 divided by 8 is 240 divided by 8 equals 30. Okay, so my estimated answer is 30. All right. So we're going to erase this. Try another one. Okay, 192 divided by 5. Okay, I'm gonna try to take out some of the busy work here. All right, so I'm gonna look at kind of my root problem, 19 divided by 5. All right, 5's not gonna go into 19 because when you count by 5s, your numbers end in 5 or 0. Okay, they don't end in 9. So I'm gonna count by 5 so I get close to 19. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, there we go. 20 is very close to 19. So I'm going to write my estimated answer as 20, plus I have another place here, so 200 divided by 5 equals, I'm going to do 20 divided by 5, okay? Thinking fact families, 5 times blank is 20, 5 times 4, okay? So that'd be 4 and another 0, okay? So 200 divided by 5 is 40, and that's my estimate. It's very close to 192, okay? Okay. What I'm finding here is I'm not rounding, okay? We gotta make that clear. I'm not rounding. I'm finding compatible numbers. Compatible numbers. Okay? If I was rounding, I would be going up or down to the nearest 100 or the nearest 10, depending on like the next number over, okay? I'm not doing that. I need to find numbers that can be divided evenly by this second factor here, okay? So I have to find a compatible number, and that is just by listing my multiples, finding the number that's closest to what I have that can be divided by that second factor. Okay, so we're going to try one more and then I'm going to assign you your problems. Okay, 362 divided by 3. Okay, so I can see with this problem that 3, it can be divided by 3, okay? But I have this 62 here, which is actually like closer to 400. So I don't want to say 300 divided by 3 because I don't think that's a good enough estimate. I don't think it's a close enough estimate. So I'm going to look at 36. Okay, I think 3 goes into 36 because I know 3 goes into 30 and 3 goes into 6. Okay, so I'm going to list my multiples of 3 to see if I'm right and to see how many times 3 goes into 36. Okay, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, there's the 30 I was thinking about, 33, and 36, there it is. Okay, so 3 does go into 36, so I can get an answer very close to 362. So that's how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 times. Okay, so, but it's not really 36 divided by 3, right? It's 360 divided by 3 equals 120. I gotta remember that this has 3 places, okay, hundreds, tens, and ones. So my estimate needs to have hundreds, tens, and ones. Oh, here, that kind of got lost in there. 360 divided by 3 equals 120. That is my estimate. Okay, so again, I didn't round. I'm not rounding. I used my multiples of 3 to find a compatible number, okay, a number that's going to work. Now, if you know your multiplication facts, okay, if you have them memorized or you have your multiplication table, you don't necessarily have to list all these factors, okay? So let's do one where I don't list all the factors because I can make these problems shorter, but you have to have your multiplication facts memorized, okay, in order to do that. You have to know your fact families. So let me erase this. And let's do, just want to make sure I'm not repeating any of the other problems. No, 211 divided by 4. Okay, so I'm going to look at 21 divided by 4. Okay, I know that 4 does not go into 21. Okay, now because I know my fact families and my multiplication facts, all right, I can do 4 times blank equals blank. I need to think of a number that's close to 21. So I know that 4 times 3, or 4 times 4 is 16, and then 4 times 5 is 20. Yeah, that's really close, 20. Okay, and that was times 5. Okay, so this is the fact family I'm going to use, 4, 5, and 20. All right, so this says 21, but I have another place here. I have a ones place, so I'm gonna say I'm gonna estimate this here to 200. Okay, that's my 20, and then my ones place. Okay, my hundreds, tens, and ones divided by 4 equals. Okay, my missing factor was 5, and a 0 for the place value here. Okay, so my estimated answer is 50. All right. You could have also done, there's more than one right answer for these problems because we are estimating. So let's say instead of 20, you said 24, because I know my facts, I know my fact families, and I know that 4 goes into 24 evenly. Okay, 20 is closer to 21. I want to try to pick the closest one, which is why listing my multiples is really helpful with that, because then you can really see visually like what one's closest. But you can, if I was doing it in my head and I thought, oh, well, 24 is close to 21, I could do that too. And say 24 divided by 4 equals, because I think 4 times blank equals 24, 4 times 6. Okay, so 6. And then I have to make sure I have all my place values, hundreds, tens, and ones. So it's actually 240 divided, not by 6, divided by 4 equals 60 because of the 0 there. Okay, for an estimate. So my first one, I got 200 divided by 4 equals 50. And then the other one, 24 divided by 4, they're close. Okay, 50 and 60 are close. This one's closer because 200 is closer to 211. Okay, but when you're estimating, either of those answers would be correct. Okay, I'm gonna erase this and assign you guys your problems. So you're doing pages 175 and 176. And you're going to do 3, 5, 7, 9. 11, 13, 15. 17, 19, 21. 23, 25, 27, and 33. All right, so these are all the problems that you're going to do between the 2 pages, and then you can do your work in the book or on a separate piece of paper. Okay, take a picture of your work and then turn it into Google Classroom. And that's it for today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.